Welcome back to Ethereal and Elusive. I am today in the middle of February. It is 70 degrees, which, kind of means that the world is dying, but it's a good day. Winter seasonal depression been kicking my ass, so once I realized I could be outside, I came outside. So this trail that I'm walking is sketchy as hell. It's not even really a trail. I wanted to be immersed in nature, and I'm by myself, so that's a plus. But it's like not a lot of nature. Maybe it would feel more immersive if the trees were green and everything was blooming. And it's just another one of those things I'm adjusting to, not being in Florida, a place where everything is green all the time. But let me turn the camera around. See, there's nothing. And on the other side of that grass over there is just civilization. So a little annoying, but I'm still grateful to be here. So the lighting is terrible, but I don't know. Just wanted to talk to the camera. Honestly, I really like to utilize these vlogs to share what it feels like Spirit has been saying to me lately. I think with all the messages that's been coming through, everything that I've been learning, literally for the last year, I feel like 2024 was a year of just sitting in the void, developing. 2024 was a year of development. I went through a lot of hard experiences in order to truly develop and evolve my character, my belief systems, all of that. And ending 2024, but I don't really feel like I'm in the next year yet because it's still winter time. It's the end of the last seasonal year, right? And so in this winter time, especially going through my first winter in 7 years, right? I've been really sitting with the void, really sitting with just the emptiness, the womb. I thought I was in the empty room, but I was in the womb, is another message that came through. But just sitting in this space of being hidden, even if we take the metaphor of a womb, a baby is hidden inside of there until it has developed enough to really enter the world. And I feel like I have definitely been in a space of being hidden most of my life, now that I think about it. And, I've had moments of quote unquote, popularity, and I just mean that in the sense of, not being hidden. I've had moments of being in the spotlight and yada yada, right? But I feel like I am really truly about to enter into a space of not being hidden, of just my audience, my reach, my clients, the community that I'm able to serve, just growing exponentially. And yeah, I'm at the end of being hidden. And what I will say that I get from this is, when spirit wants to hide you, let them. Let spirit hide you. If you're being hidden, it is truly for your protection. And I feel like in Orlando, that was me coming out prematurely, right? Like, it was supposed to happen, I believe, but like, I feel like it was premature in that I made all the mistakes. I fumbled so much. I allowed too many people in my space. I allowed too many people in my face. I allowed stuff that was not in alignment with who I am, who my heart is. Like, it just wasn't in alignment with me at all. Child, I think I got to the end of the trail. There's a wall up there, but I'm just gonna keep walking and see what happens. But it's like, and I was hurt so much, and I don't know, I was just hurt so deeply, and I understood like the importance of not compromising, not sacrificing, because it can lead to abusive experiences, like allowing myself to experience and be on the receiving end of abuse. And this is not to victim blame. It is never the victim's fault. It is never the victim's fault. But as I move forward from those experiences, it's like, how can I avoid these experiences? How can I use better discernment? Where were there areas where I allowed things to go on that shouldn't have gone on? And it's because I was fighting being hidden. Like, I was just so excited by the prospects of the first time in my life really experiencing the quote-unquote popularity that I always felt like I was supposed to have. I always felt like I was supposed to be in the spotlight. And that's not an ego thing. That's just like a person who just knows, they have like this hint, this discernment of what their destiny is. And like, I don't know, it's like experiencing that for the first time and getting intoxicated with all the attention and with all of that. And then it's like experiencing trauma after trauma after trauma that made me just want to run and hide. Like, yes, please hide me again. And now it's like, I really feel like that time is coming to an end. Like, of course, it's kind of like the age-old lesson of like, when you finally embrace the lesson, that's when it's almost over. And like, now I'm like, yeah, hide me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being hidden. I'm okay with not being seen. I'm okay with not being popular. Like, I know my light, and I know that when people get glimpses of my light, they are attracted to it. So I'm not really worried about being like completely hidden. I know that my light will always attract. But now it's like, I feel a lot wiser in that. I feel a lot more discerning in that, of like, okay, like, even the distinguishing thing of like, someone could be a good person and still not in alignment with you is really important to distinguish. It's like, because I don't have to make you out to be a villain. I don't have to search for your flaws. I don't have to wait until something dramatic happens. If my guides and my own intuition lets me know that we are not aligned, that we don't need to be in the mix in any type of fashion, then I'm just going to listen to it. I'm going to believe it, and I'm going to put up certain boundaries so that you don't really get that close to me. You know what I mean? And everybody should be that way. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the moral is. I guess it's just like, allow yourself to be hidden in seasons where spirit is trying to hide you. Allow the lessons to come. Allow yourself to learn, because you won't be hidden forever. You won't be hidden forever. And it's important that you learn what your personal boundaries are when you're not hidden, so that you can enforce them. Like, because like, when spirit was like, all right, I'll let you experience all you wanted to experience, I was like, whoa, this too much. And now I'm in a new place, and it's like, I could follow the same pattern I did in Orlando, which is like allowing everybody in my space, wanting to be friends with everybody, just opening myself up and just being really naive. But I'm not. I'm taking my time. I don't say yes to every invitation I get, even though I might have a great conversation with somebody. If it just doesn't feel like we're in alignment, we're just not in alignment. And it's not about good or bad. It's just not in alignment. And I find like, especially like people who speak the same language as each other, think that they're in alignment. So like, if you meet another spiritual person and you're spiritual and like y'all speak the same language, y'all think, oh my gosh, like you are somebody who's supposed to be in my life, you're supposed to be my friend, blah blah blah. But it's like, no, that doesn't mean that. You don't know that person. Y'all just learned the same language because y'all are interested in the same topic. And that's another thing I really had to learn, in that like, just because someone is spiritual does not mean they need to be playing in my face. Like, does not mean. And so just learning discernment is really, really important. Wow. Yeah, I think that's the message, bro. I'm gonna keep walking on this trail. I was not expecting this shit to open up to this. Look at this. Wow. Gratitude. I guess this isn't like, this is a part of the trail. Literally, I just followed the trail here, so I guess we can get to the lake. Maybe I'll sit for a second out here. Whoa, that's not my face. Eyes up here, buddy. Oh my gosh. I wanted to turn around when I did the original sign off, and then something in me, spirit was like, nah, keep walking. There's a reason why you came here today. And then the trail opened up to this like beautiful field, and it's like right on the lake. Let's see. And yeah, it just feels good. It feels good. Nobody creepy passing by. The only downside is you can hear the traffic in the background. But whatever. This would be a good spot to like do a shoot in the morning, or I guess in the evening, because it looks like the sun is setting this side. So I guess that's the west. I don't know, man. But I just want to take a second. Let me sit down. Hurt my ankles. Doing a deep squat. Okay. Oh my goodness, the camera lost me. Okay. Ooh. One thing that I've noticed about North Carolina is, even with like traffic, I can hear traffic in the background and all of the things, there is this silence. This silence here. It's like a frequency. I don't know. I know I sound mad hippie, but even that wind blowing, I felt like was the wind telling me like to be quiet, to embrace the silence. Maybe it's a silence within me that has been cultivated, that I'm experiencing here in North Carolina, but it feels like whenever I'm in nature here, there is this silence, this stillness. It's like, I can describe it as like something like in the air. Like it feels like a part of the air here. But it's a blessing. In a very noisy, chaotic world right now, it's a blessing. And I'm grateful. Is that a feather? I'm not gonna get it now. If it is, it's quite far. Far from me. I'm like sitting on these rocks right now, so they're not the most convenient thing to navigate. I want to acknowledge all the local spirits. I'm sorry for not doing so sooner. Thank you for guiding me here, leading me here, showing me this part of the trail, giving me this space of loneliness and emptiness and silence. But really, it's solitude. Thank you for this solitude in the midst of all the chatter in the world. Thank you for safety. Thank you for my breath. For a moment. Thank you for this moment. Wow. Thank you for this moment. That's the message, bro. I'm gonna keep walking on this trail. I might keep filming, but in case I don't, let me go ahead and say thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing. If you have not already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you did not find my YouTube from Instagram, that means you don't know my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram. My business page and my spiritual practice page is Eden Lilith Apothecary. Follow me there. I do readings, I do sound healing, and I do all the things. And I'm just so grateful that you're a part of my journey, that you're witnessing this journey, that I'm a part of your journey, and that we are crossing paths in this way. Until next time, be blessed.